Hello, welcome back. This is Nidhi, and you are watching a really good YouTube channel that helps you figure things out in your 20s or in whatever age of life you're at. And yeah, I sure hope so. I sure hope that you view this channel like that. Anyways, this is Figure It Out Nidhi, and today we are going to talk about what self love is not. Like in the last video we talked about what self love is and how is it important to you, how like practicing self love can get you like self awareness and very many things that you are missing in your life that you can get through self love. Yes, definitely. But however, I do want to point out that there are several things that do not mean that it is self love, because as we see on social media or like uh, mm, a lot of places, we see that self love is described as something that you have to be selfish, you have to like maybe walk all over people, and yeah, all of those things mean things. No, that is not self love. Yes, it is choosing yourself over other things, but it does not mean that you have to be mean to other people, that you have to like trash someone's values, opinions, and principles just to make your things clear and just to, like, yeah, putting yourself first, yes, but not in a way that would hurt others. That is not self love. It might seem like it to a person who is like looking from very outside of your perspective, right? It might seem like you're being selfish, you're being mean, but it may seem like that, and that's okay. But you don't have to be those things, right? What am I trying to say is you're putting yourself first. That means you're choosing some things that you like. You're choosing to do the things you like. You're choosing to do the things you value. And that has nothing to do with what others believe in, with what others want you to do, with what others think that you should be doing, right? And it's just that I or anyone who wants to like promote self-love or make an awareness that yeah, self-love is important won't tell the other person who is listening that self-love means putting someone down, showing them their place, or any such thing. It's not, right? So yeah, self love is choosing yourself, but it is not really being mean to others, and yeah, that. So, some things that I would like to just point out that these are not the things that self love is and is not about. Okay, so self love meaning you are content with yourself, you are choosing the things you like to do, you are choosing yourself, you are believing in yourself, you are aware of the things that you do and do not do, and yeah, it's all about yourself. It has nothing to do with others. It is all you. It is you in you're viewing yourself from a third person's view and accepting that as it is. That is self love. That is awareness, and yeah, that is self love. And what self love is not, right? So, as I said, it's not never ever being mean to someone. Like, we see a lot of reels and stuff where it says that, oh, you wronged me, I will, revenge kind of thing. That's not it. That's not it at all. It's never ever hurting others because it has nothing to do with others, if you can guess what I mean. So it's never ever being mean to someone, it's never ever putting someone down, it's never ever showing them their place, it's never ever like on purpose hurting others. You doing your own thing may sometimes offend others, may sometimes seem like you're being too self-focused and self-involved, self-absorbed, and sometimes narcissist, but that's other people's point of view. You are not that person, and that's the only thing that you have to know. You are not being that person. If you are intentionally being mean, that's not self-love. If you're intentionally wanting to show others a bad face, or something that has nothing to do with you but everything to do with making them feel a certain way, that's not self-love. Again, yeah, that's never self-love. It may at times, when you're focusing on yourself, when you are in your own zone, when you're doing your own things, it may seem like that you're being just very much inconsiderate of others, which you are not, and that's all right. See, what others think of you is their perspective, and that's okay. That's okay. And what you think of yourself is your perspective. That is your awareness, and that is your love towards yourself. And yeah. So what self-love is you focusing on yourself. And what self-love is not is that you wanting to intentionally hurt or be mean to others. Okay. So that was one. Other things that are not self-love is that you doing things that are based on things that people tell you to do. Okay, this might not be very clear, but sometimes what we think is right for us are the things that are maybe suggested by others, or maybe projected by them towards us, right? Sometimes when we do certain things in a way that would be all right, like I am doing this thing and I am aware that I am not hurting anyone else while I'm doing it. So it may also a lot of times feel like, or maybe seem, not just seem, but it is like you are actually inside your head, it's fine, but unintentionally or subconsciously you are accepting the things that others think of you, that others portray you as, or that others, yeah, just some things that others believe in, and you are like making yourself to be a person like that. And yeah, because of that it may seem like yeah, you're not all that bad person, and to others, of course, right? And some maybe inside your heart it would build up, and you may think that is self-love this hard? It is like I never wished or thought of it like that, and it's very difficult to do. So self-love never feels like that. Self-love is never difficult. Self-love is never ever changing yourself from anyone else's perspective, from anyone else's point of view, or anything like that. Again, self-love has nothing to do with what other people think, other people want, or other people believe in, right? Okay, so the other thing, the second thing, to be a little bit more clear, self-love is not becoming someone that others or anyone else that you admire or like, anyone else telling you or just showing you how to do the things, how to do the right things, and you doing them, right? It always has to come from within. You have to believe in it. You have to want to do that thing, no matter how nice or no matter how noble something might seem. Self-love is not at all what people lead you to believe to be right thing or nice thing or good thing to be or do, right? So that's not self-love. That's just wanting to get, like, that's just running a race which is not yours. So that's the other thing. Yeah, those two things, those two very important things, which mostly has everything to do with you, are what self-love is and self-love is not. Okay, so understand this, that you loving yourself, you becoming the best version of yourself, you trying to be good, it has nothing to do with others. You don't have to be a people pleaser to know what self-love is. You do not have to understand everyone every single time to know what self-love is. You do not have to be content doing the things that are just given over to you. Okay, you don't have to be content or just act content. That's the myth. See, what people or what just society or stereotypes lead you to believe is that certain things are, if you do them, that's like you become the bestest version of yourself, you become so good. And yeah, some things do help, but they help only when you yourself are wanting to do them. That's the difference. So if you just keep struggling and struggling and struggling just because there is a certain path that has been just laid out in front of you and you're asked to walk over it because you will become a very good person in the future, that's not going to work, because at one point you might hurt yourself, you might break, you might want to give up, you might get tired. So again, it has everything to do with you and nothing to do with whatever is outside. Okay, it's all within you. It's all your perspective. It's all about your things that you like to do, the things that you do not like to do. It's about self-awareness, and it's never ever about anything that you do to others. Yeah, sometimes you may make someone feel that you're ignoring them, or you're not listening to them, or you're not becoming what they want you to be, you're just not having to do anything with them. So see, when someone feels like that, you can just patiently clarify with them that no, it's not like that. I am not that person. I respect your boundaries, your values, your principles, and I wish you'd do the same. And you can just stop there. Okay, you do not have to go out of your way to just let people know how nice you are, let people know how kind you are, let people know how you're not wanting to hurt them on purpose. Because a lot of times, again, it's like that only, that people would want you to justify your actions, would want you to justify whatever you think you're doing, whatever your thoughts are, whatever anything that is that you're doing. So again, no, you do not have to justify those things, but you do not have to be mean about them either, right? You can just go at your own pace, be content with yourself, and yeah, let the world know who you are, what you are, by your actions and not by the words that you have to explain to them just because they believe otherwise. Okay, so those are the things what self-love is and self-love is not. And I'm making this video, I'm just to point things out, that yeah, whatever these people or whatever social media or anything around you tells you that being mean and being very bossy and being very bitchy is self-love, it's not. It's never really that. It's being in your own space, creating your own space with positivity, good vibes, and everything that you like, every thought that you like, every vision that you like, every value and principle that you made to become the best or better versions of yourself. And it doesn't have to hold any negativity, any jealousy, any hatred towards anyone else. So that is what self-love is and is not about. And again, as I will say, that it is important to know the difference, because we are like everywhere around us, we are shown that being mean is very cool these days, being bad is very cool these days. Being kind will get you hurt, being innocent and all of those things will, you know, will make you be a cast out or be used. Or yeah, the world is cruel, but it's not that cruel when you know how to position yourself in it, when you know where you stand, when you know what is right for you and what is not. And once you know all of those things, it's a nice place to be in, and it's a nice place to do things in. It's a nice place to just innovate and be content. So yeah, that's what self-love does to you. That's what self-love should feel like. And again, it's never ever has anything to do with others. No. So let others' opinions, values, principles, stay with them. Do not let them affect you. Do not let others' actions make you do something that you do not wish to do, or the things you do not want to be. Sometimes when you try to be like just to answer them, just to show people, you become the person you never wished or wanted to be, right? That's not the best version of you. So sometimes you do things in that way, and that's not self-love. Sorry, but that's not self-love. So know who you want to be, what you want to be, practice self-love, become the best version of yourself, and do it all within yourself. You do not have to prove anything to others. You do not have to be anything you don't want to be. Okay? So that was what is self-love and what it is not. And again, knowing the difference is very, very, very important. So know the difference and then do it your way. And yeah, become the best version of yourself. So this is Nidhi again, and I'll keep the video short and sweet just so that you know, to the point, and just how things are done, how things are good and how things are not, and yeah, how to figure out things quickly. So this is Figure It Out Nidhi, where we talk about stuff like this: self-love, self-awareness, positivity, personal growth, and all the stuff. And yeah, I'm on my journey of becoming an entrepreneur someday. So yeah, this is a space where you talk about those things. Do subscribe and join me on my journey. And I will have you back next Thursday. We do this every Thursday without fail, if only sometimes I am a procrastinator. So if sometimes I might forget, so don't mind that. Do come back. This is Nidhi. It was very fun talking to you about self-love. And yeah, the last video as well I said, and in this video as well I will say that I have this journal called My Little Book of Affirmations, which will help you figure out the right way to practice self-care, self-love, self-growth in your words, in your own way, with just a little bit of things here and there that will make you realize what you truly want and yeah, what you truly not want. So do check out My Little Book of Affirmations in the description box below. And yeah, I'll see you again on Figure It Out Nidhi. Bye bye. Have a great February.